Whew. So, uh, tonight I just got done watching the uh, South Carolina Republican debates. For those of you who don't know on my channel, I'm from California, so maybe my opinions are a little biased. In fact, yes, I can admit that they very much are. But it's very interesting. Uh, it's very. I got to talk about something, or like this, like watching me dig is gonna get really boring. It's kind of interesting seeing like some of the views of them of the candidates. So I originally speculated, and this was back in like November of 2015. So uh, time definitely has changed these candidates, as a few of them have said themselves. But it's really apparent that candidates like Marco Rubio and John Kasich, I think I'm saying it right. I don't know actually. It seems like those two, are, and I guess a little bit with like Jeb Bush, are kind of like the only serious candidates. In a way, I mean, the others just seem like they've lost their minds completely, and I'll go through and explain why on each. Donald Trump, for obvious reasons. I mean, I don't think he's lost his mind per se. Oh god, that's really loud actually. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my game volume down. Oops. Okay, that's better. I don't think he's lost his mind. Essentially, I think I think he knows quite well what he's doing, but you know, the thing about Donald Trump is, a lot of it is really like gimmicks. A lot of it is really just trying to get the fame. He really is just trying to like get a lot of that attention, so that once he actually gets nominated, he'll really pull back in his beliefs and he'll reel it all back in for the actual like nominate or election, and he'll kind of liberalize a little bit more than he. Then again, a lot of people say he already is pretty liberal on a lot of things, which I would kind of agree with. Um, I keep going to inside and outside for no reason. That's funny. I gotta stay on task here. I just want to drop this off. Put this in there. Okay. And anyway, so yeah, so like, he is kind of liberal on a few issues, but not the majority of them. And like I was saying, I really think his whole campaign is just a lot of gimmicks, so that once the actual once he gets like nominated for president, if he does, I'm not sure. Time will tell. That he'll really kind of neutralize all of his beliefs so that he can possibly get elected. Who should I talk about next? That's kind of my thing about Trump. Ted Cruz. So he fell behind quite a bit originally, and not a lot of people really paid too much attention to him for a while. But after some of the after the what they called the bromance of like the December debate and into January, like how that quickly dissolved between Cruz and Trump. It was interesting to see basically them complete. It was interesting to see like Cruz had a little bit like of running, and like he was really popular for some time, and I think he's starting to lose it. Kind of like Ben Carson did in November. He got up to like 16%, I think. I might be getting that wrong. And so I think in November he got some really high polls. That's the point. And but they dropped really quickly after he made some remarks, which I'll be getting onto later. I think I have some materials. Yes, I do. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, and I think that same thing is happening with Ted Cruz right now. At least in South Carolina and New Hampshire, like all the things that I've heard him, all the speeches I've heard from him, and how they link to the polls. And honestly, they're dropping pretty badly with him in that regard. Ben Carson, let me get on to him. So it's interesting to see what happened with Ben Carson, because in November his polls really quickly raised, quite drastically actually. Um, ben Carson went from being like a 2%er to like a 15, 16%er. But in November, he committed political suicide when he, in front of the debate, on the topic of carpet bombing. This might have been November or December. I think it was December because his numbers were high in November. Never mind. So on the topic of carpet bombing, and Ted Cruz was going on and on about carpet bombing. Ben Carson is asked about the the women and children. Like, is it okay to kill all these people? And he basically says, well, because they're in those women and children are in the region. As a neurosurgeon, he says he uses his surgeon, his brain surgeon background. As a brain surgeon, I know that sometimes we have to put these people out of their misery because they're already dead, basically. Which was followed by massive booing from the crowd, which is not common at the Republican debates, but like you could see from the polls that and how massively the I guess disappointment maybe in Ben Carson, like right after that remark fell, because right after the debate his polls dropped a lot, and I think Ben Carson's basically out of it unless he can pull a better performance. Coming up March 1st, I think, is the day. Like, we're getting like 16 states at once. So unless he can really pull it together, I don't see Ben Carson making a comeback. Although tonight's debate was interesting. He actually made quite a few speeches that got quite a bit of applause for Ben Carson. It was pretty interesting, actually. There's quite a bit of applause for him. I had to slap the mic. But I honestly, he's been applauded like that before, and I don't think it will be enough. Marco Rubio, though, he was very popular. He was popular before and after the debate in South Carolina. So I don't really see that much support for Trump there, actually. It actually might be interesting to it would be interesting to see if Trump actually won South Carolina, although I kind of doubt it. I feel like South Carolina is kind of either set on Rubio or I feel like they're set on Rubio, or they're set on there's I know it's kind of dumb to say 3 out of the 6 now that more candidates are out, but Jeb, Kasich, and Rubio like really seem like possible candidates for South Carolina, but I don't see Trump winning. I don't know. Maybe it was just the debate crowd, and maybe that might change. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. It's really hard to tell with these kind of things. Running back and forth. Jeez. Stick with it. Come on. Oh, jeez. This is full up. Alright. Let's take like a layer out of this. Stuff it in here. Just carrying uranium around in my pocket. No big deal. Not a big deal. Whatever. Dump all this crap. Okay, good. That should keep me sustained for a while. So, in other news, I never get this lady's name right. Fiorina, she's out of the race, and Yeah, she officially dropped out, and Chris Christie also officially dropped out. I think there was another candidate that dropped out. Um, Maybe that's it for the Republican side. Oh no, there was. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but oh, oh jeez, this is kind of embarrassing. I'm usually pretty good with this. Uh, I'll oh Rand Paul. Rand Paul. I think he officially dropped out too. Yeah. So we're down to 6 now, and that 6 is Bush, Rubio, Kasich. Uh, I probably think I'm saying that wrong. God. Trump, Carson. Hold on, I need to count this with my fingers. Okay, Rubio, Carson, Kasich, Trump, Bush. Oh, and Ted Cruz. Duh. Okay, yeah. So those are the people we're down to now. Okay. On the Democratic side, I'm not sure if O'Malley actually dropped out or not, but he might make smart too, because and I know this is old news, but his standing in, come on, there we go. He's standing in I'm trying to think of what state it was. It was the first day. Oh god. I think whatever's going around is affecting my brain too, because I clearly can't think at all. Idaho. You know, the Idaho caucus state. Yeah. Iowa caucus state. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, the Iowa. There we go. Idaho. That's funny. Okay. He polled at 0.5. No, I don't even think it was that much. I think it was like 0.05 or something like that. Something like insane. Like that's how O'Malley went. The big race is, of course, between Hillary and Bernie. Honestly, Hillary better not get elected. I have pretty mixed feelings about both candidates, really. I'm a big fan of a lot of the stuff that Bernie's talking about, honestly, but at the same time, I feel like on presidential scale, I don't know if he can do it. He has a lot of really great plans, but like, I feel like as an upcoming voter, I'm only 16, but if I was voting, I feel like I just need a little bit more information, like on how these plans are going to be enacted. I mean, some of the really good Republicans on the Republican side, although there's a lot of things I really hate, like a lot of their policies I'm really hateful towards, such as Rubio. Actually, like I respect Rubio as a good speaker and as a someone who's actually being serious about president. I respect that side of it, but at the same time, his policies are horrible. He referenced actually tonight. He actually referenced gay marriage as a problem, and so I'm quite really I'm really against like that kind of policy. Being against like gay marriage, and I'll get on to like those kind of policies later. I'll be talking about those specifically, but for now, yeah. So, but the thing I respect about Rubio is his respect towards what being president means. Because I've sometimes I find myself watching the Republican nomination debates, and I'm wondering if I'm watching them for comedy or if I'm watching them for like actually because like they're not serious. Like, unless you get to like something like Kasich or Rubio, and like this was especially true when there were so many more candidates up there. Fiorina, Christie, uh, you know, when they were all up there, it made even more of a big deal because there's more targets for Trump. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting distracted by finding all this amazing ore. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of what I was talking about before this. SNL had a pretty good interpretation. Or, well, it's not really interpretation. They had a pretty good a view on the debates. The guy who plays Trump is really funny. I love the reoccurring joke with like Trump towards Bush. He's always saying like, look. I know Bush, Mr. Jeb Bush over here is like a really good guy. He's a really great guy, and he's always reaffirming the point that like Jeb Bush is like the best guy you'll ever know. He's a really great guy, but he's not a great president. He wouldn't be a great president. Oh, I always found that really funny. And SNL's made quite a few jokes towards that. It's pretty good. I gotta get this hole finished. I don't even know why anymore. I mean, I'm finding a lot of really good ore and everything, but come on now, look how deep this hole is getting already. Currently streaming this. I mean, this isn't gonna shoot out to YouTube. That's kind of the main point. But currently, no one's actually watching this except for my test. Streams, just so I make sure everything's going smoothly. That's kind of depressing. But whatever. It's going on to YouTube. Oh, that's a problem. My thing was on adventure mode, not creative. Is that why I couldn't? Oh, what do you know? Holy shit. Okay, so a big mistake I've been making. Okay, so I must be sounding like the biggest idiot right now because I can't remember the most simplest facts. I had my game mode on adventure mode the whole time, which is why I couldn't do this. I had to use a tool for it. That makes a lot more sense now. Maybe it's because it's so late and I need to go to bed soon. Jesus. It's because I'm sick. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So interesting politics. So anyway, on the Democratic side, you got Bernie and Hillary, and I've already kind of talked about the I really agree with some of their policies and stuff. But as for candidates, yeah, it's just like it's so limited, especially on the Democratic side, which is too bad. It's like the two-party system is just so full of shit. It's like I want more options, but I don't have more options. Freedom of speech, but that freedom is limited, literally, because there's not enough options that make sense. Arrgh. Thing is, a lot of people will say, well, it's like, well, if you don't like it, then why don't you try to become president? It's like I don't have the education to become president. I literally don't. I know a little bit about like politics and everything, and I do forensics and debate and for my school, or at least I did. My season's kind of over for the year, but I'm not that smart. Then again, I guess the idea is that a lot of the candidates aren't really either. But like, you have to have some like pretty decent prerequisites. Like I think there's like law school in there. You got to fit that in somewhere. You have to have a following. You have to be a senator first, and that has its own set of prerequisites. Well, no, you don't have to be. You don't have to be senator or anything like that. But you do have to have like some sort of. You do have to have like some. Um, and when I say have to, I mean like it's not like required, I guess, but it's like if you actually, well, I guess it's not the case with Trump, but like traditionally, if you wanted to, like, you wanted your name to be known in government, and like by senators and everything, and like within the GOP, you would want your name to be known because you were a senator or something. Most of the people you see up in trying to become president, or like either former senators or governors or people in government, except for Trump, because Trump's total rebel. Trump's super cool. Oh god, I should hit myself for saying that. But then again, a lot of people think he is, which I don't think I'll ever really understand. It's kind of scary, if you ask me. Then again, I think he's completely BSing on a bunch of his like policies. I mean, no one can really take him seriously by saying, I'm going to build a wall to separate Mexico and U.S. And even though Mexico doesn't have a problem with there being no wall or a very secure border between Mexico and the U.S., we're going to make them pay for it. That's like chopping off someone's leg and then, like, that's like, okay, so that's like chopping off someone's leg, twisting a lemon in it, and making them pay for like damages. No. You don't do that. It's like you're gonna completely cut off like you create a bunch of like stereotypes about our country. Well, I guess they're already kind of in place. Like from Mexico's standpoint, it's like you're gonna make a bunch of stereotypes about our country and completely like cut off like all this. I'm actually not sure if the plan includes like cutting off trade, but like if it does, then yeah, it would definitely be like if his plan enacts like cutting off trade with Mexico. I mean, Mexico's not that big of a trade partner, but it's big enough where it's like for them. Well, I guess they kind of rely on us for some economical things. It's like for them, like from us to them, it's like chopping off their leg, twisting a lemon in it, and making them pay for damages. I mean, honestly, it's such like such a shitty thing to do, and I don't think Trump would actually do it. I don't know. Time will tell. Even if like the things I've said for the past like 10 or like 5 minutes on like that whole policy are just complete BS, the sheer fact that the sheer fact stands. He wants to build a wall that Mexico will pay for. That's crap. It's not gonna work. Whatever. What do I know about politics? What else is new? Oh, I actually want to look down here really quick. Scientists have just like they've proven like trying to remember what it was. They've proven Einstein's theory of relativity with the fact that there's like gravitational. I actually have the article up. What am I doing? So scientists discovered a ripple in the space-time continuum, which means that Einstein's theory of relativity has been proven, like 100 years in advance. Good job, Einstein. Thank you for all your scientific developments. We really appreciate it because we use a lot of them today. Thank you, Einstein. You're super cool. Okay. Ooh, diamond. Cool. All this crap they just threw down here. Jeez. Come on, guys. You want to sort your stuff out a little better? Oh, God. Okay. That was too far. There we go. Should probably just grab all this stuff and put it in the house, but like, I don't know. It makes me excited to realize that I have more stuff that I can use in there. It's like a little, oh, look at this little bonus. I don't have to like go get some more stuff. That's awesome. Probably should have grabbed the other pickaxe too. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. So, ooh. Actually, I just wanted to check Twitch real quick. Okay, that's working fine. Anyway, so, what was I gonna talk about next? Oh, iron. Yes. So anyway, science. Yes. So there's also there's plenty of videos of it, but like there's like sound waves, like from the ripple, and it's really really cool. You can go listen to it. It's all over the internet right now. Science is freaking awesome. It's really great to hear like these new breakthroughs. Oh, also possible new planet discovered too. There's that. Possible. We don't know because we can't really see it, but it's possibly out there. Really cool stuff. I'll go look up the article on that because I'm probably saying part of it wrong. What else? Oh God. Gotta go get some more water. Jeez. Okay, so I'm back, obviously. So, real quickly. I actually dropped my phone somewhere. Jeez, can't find it. Oh, what else is new? Right. Current events. That's kind of all I know about current events right now. I heard there's another. Apparently, there's been. I know only this from like word of mouth. God. I've only been told this. I actually haven't like looked up an article, but I think it was yesterday. Or maybe it was either Wednesday or Friday. I think. There was some sort of violent event or something at Arizona High School or something like that. I don't know if it was a shooting. I don't know if it was any of those kind of things. But Ooh, this needs more coal. There's something like that. I want to look at I want to look at my phone so I can like see what the full article was, because I want to talk about gun control. Oh, let's go right into that. If it's even about that, because I don't know if it is. I don't know if it was a gun-related issue. Oh, my phone's right there. Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I'm looking up the article right now, or a article. It's probably being talked about all right now. Oh, what the hell? Okay, so yeah, Supreme Court justice died. That's right. So one of the Supreme Court justices was found dead in like a Texas ranch. Uh, I think I'm pretty sure they died of natural causes, but it was one of the really conservative Supreme Court justices. Oh, look at this guy. Get wrecked. Sweet. Okay. And now we're down to 8, and the big question is like whether we wait till the next president to put another one in, or if it's more urgent to get one in right now. That's another big thing. I really do want to look at this. I really do actually want to look up this article. Let's see. I think it was a mass shooting. Hold up. None. Actually, you know what? No. There's no news that's actually showing up right now. It seemed like it would come up right away. Holy crap! So, another thing that's really interesting is if you look up the like gunviolencearchive.org, it shows like all the mass shootings that have happened, and on February 17th there was like 4, one in New York, one in Illinois, one in Mississippi, and one in Florida. Damn, shit. So, a mass shooting is it counts. So mass shooting is defined as something where at least 4 people are involved, whether they're injured or killed. And just on the February 7th, that was 4 on February 7th. That's insane. But like you look at a few. Yeah, it's just crazy. Quite a lot in California. That surprises me. Yeah, not really. California's a big state. I really want to see what happened at the Arizona school. Okay. The deaths of 2 girls at an Arizona high school believed to be murder-suicide. So yeah, it was a school shooting. Okay. So 2 people killed. Or excuse me, not killed, but 2 people dead, which means that could have been part of the suicide aspect. And it looks like probably more were injured. I would have to see the full article later, but I'll go check that out. I might even make a video about it. That's really too bad. Well, God, that sucks. So I mean, like, what else can you really say in that kind of situation? I mean, there's so many that happen these days that it's not even surprising anymore. It's like, oh yeah, another one. Yeah. It's too bad. Well, I think I got some progress done tonight. I might start this up tomorrow. I'm going to probably close this off. No one's actually watching live, but this will be posted by Sunday morning. See you guys later.